Today we're putting low glide discs to the test. I'm taking them out for 9 holes to see what problems they bring, and what advantages they might have. These aren't the easiest discs to throw, but sometimes less glide can reveal something new. Let's find out how they really perform on the course. The OGs know that I've done this before, but this time we have a whole new bag. Starting slow, we have the Rat. Only 2 glide on this thing. Then we move on to the Trash Panda Canyon at 3 glide. Very similar flight numbers to the Rat, just a little bit more glide apparently. Then we have the Discraft Swarm, also at 3 glide, and the Captain's Raptor at 3 glide as well. Now low glide often correlates to overstability, and that's pretty much what we see here, as well as we get faster, we get more overstable as well. So very clearly, the first problem we're going to run into is distance. These discs do not want to go far. Obviously, they have low glide. Hole 1 is 279 uphill. I truly don't know if we can get these there or not. I'm going to throw 2. I'm going to throw the Canyon and the Captain's Raptor and kind of just see which one goes farther. And not even close. Not to mention that wasn't flat, that was on hyzer, so that's not gonna work. Really, Captain's Raptor is our best bet, and I'm just gonna flex this as hard as I can, almost roller angle, to try to get up there. Jeez. If these discs don't go far, what are they good for? I would say these are meant for approaches, basically, or anything you don't want to go too far of the basket or even have a chance of going too far. That could be because you have water behind the basket or there's a drop off behind the basket and you want to make sure you come up short. With the Captain's Raptor, I like it a lot of times when I want to throw hard, but I know it doesn't have the ability of going deep. It's going to check up faster, and it also, because it's so overstable and wants to get to the ground quicker, it lands more vertical, so it doesn't necessarily skip, it more checks at the basket. That's really where low glide is going to shine. You don't want to build an entire bag with low glide discs, because then you're going to have just a bunch of overstable stuff. I think the only disc that I can think of that isn't overstable that also has low glide is the Berg. We used that last time I did a video like this, so I didn't want to bring it out again. That's like the only disc that I can think of that's still neutral with such low glide. I'm going to see if I can make this with the Rat. That was honestly great height, but it never had an opportunity of going in the basket. I also think of low glide to be like pinpoint accuracy because they do tend to be stable. Conditions aren't going to really affect them. So it's pretty much playing lawn darts. One angle all the way there, and it's going to check up. Here's another hole where we'll be at a disadvantage because we don't have a lot of distance. We do want to be going right, but I think the Captain's Raptor is a little too overstable for that. So I actually think we're going to go with the Canyon up the middle, hope for a little less fade, and then get up and down for the birdie. This is a par 4. I just got a little too high. That's kind of what I was trying to avoid, and I think with a lower shot, it would have been much better. It wouldn't have faded so much right, but I think we'll still be able to get up and down from there. Honestly, the Rat might have been a better choice because I just have a feeling that Rat is going to be a lot straighter than any of the other discs that we have, especially if we're throwing it really hard. Here's where I think the Rat will be great. The basket is just right. Got a little forehand line left. Great stability to get over there on the board. Hole 4, another short par 4, 384. This one, we're just trying to get around the corner, and then you just pitch up straight and get the birdie. I don't really want anything that is getting to the ground super quickly, like the Captain's Raptor. You know, I feel like if I throw the Captain's Raptor on hyzer, it is just going to get vertical and dig. I kind of want something a little bit more glidey that's pushing on hyzer. So I'm going to try to go with the Rat. I think it's our least stable disc, and it's a little slower, so I think it's going to push more around the corner rather than digging and getting vertical. Yeah. We came up a little short on the hyzer, but overall this is perfect. We got a gigantic gap. And we still missed it. Oh boy. It's a very friendly course, these first few. Just such short par 4s. Makes you feel good still. Hole 4, 357, dead straight. OB on the right. Shouldn't really have to worry about that. What we are worried about is getting the distance to the hole. I really don't think I can get Captain's Raptor there. I think it's my best bet. I'm gonna have to flex it through the middle. I really think if I had more arm speed, it would be the perfect disc to go hyzer all the way there, right of this tree. Now there is a lady walking on the right. Guess what? I don't even have to worry about her because this can't go far right. Nope. Dang, man. That is incredibly hard. Yeah, just not a chance. If this hole was like 100 feet shorter, it'd be perfect for the discs that we have. But that was all I had. Maybe if I put them on better angles, would have given us more of a chance. But even then, I think we come up short. How does that hit band and chains? Come on, man. This hole is a prime example. Perfect hole for these discs because you have a pond right behind the basket, maybe 25, 30 feet, and it slopes behind the basket. So if you do go deep, you have a chance of a rollaway OB. So I never throw anything too glidey on this one. Typically, I throw Captain's Raptor. Although today, I feel like I've thrown the Captain's Raptor too many times. So I'm gonna try the Swarm. And this is a horrible idea. I don't know if I can get it there, but we haven't thrown it yet, and we gotta spread the love here. Get there. Skip. Oh yeah. That is absolutely maxed out power for me. It's never gonna go in the water. So that is perfect. Hole 6, only 315. They call it par 4. OB right. There's a creek over there. The basket is actually along this right side as well. There's a skinny gap right in the middle. We're gonna try to flex the Captain's Raptor. We definitely need the flex, otherwise I fear it's gonna go out of bounds right. Oh, baby. What a shot. On this one, I don't think it really matters what you throw. Just throw what you feel comfortable hitting a gap with, whether that's the backhand turnover, whatever forehand disc you want. Just know if it's super overstable, make sure you flex it. Otherwise, you do have a chance of going OB. I would throw something a little bit more glidey and less overstable typically, but that worked out just fine. That's literally redemption for hole 4. That hit the band and then went into the chains. All right, they're working over there, so I just decided to skip over here and play this par 5, 702 feet. On the tee shot, I'm planning to play Captain's Raptor up in that window on the left, let it fade over right, and that opens up the fairway quite a bit. Yeah, it doesn't really push. Instead of getting crazy and trying to get to the basket with discs that aren't going to get to the basket, I'm gonna lay off a little. I'm gonna go forehand flex Swarm and just try to be in the middle up there. I mean, a little right. Could have flexed it even more, but that's good enough. I think the canyon would have been a better option on the second shot, just not as overstable. Nice. Those patent pending scare me because when I first started doing them, I would try so hard and I would just grip lock it right into the rough. Like, it was so obnoxious. So every time I do one, that's all I can think about. This hole is 435, way too far for me. But with that being said, we should be able to throw 2 pinpoint shots and get the easy par. Oh, that's gonna land too far right. That's a tough spot. Yeah, the problem with being here is you just don't really know how far you have to go because you can't see the basket. And it's in line with all these pines. Let's see if this Swarm, though, can kind of skip to it. I think that's gonna be okay. No glide, stops at the basket. For the last hole of the day, I came to course hole 17, 252, straight up the gut. It's gonna be a difficult one to get with these discs, but it's a par 3 that I feel like we could see the flight if we throw a good one. Honestly, I think there's a flex forehand on this hole. If you stand way back on the tee, with like the captain's raptor, I think you could flex it to the basket. That's interesting. We might have to try that. But I think our rat is going to be our straightest disc. Not sure I get the distance, but it's most likely to hit the line. Around it, around it. Okay, that is parked. There you go. That is awesome. I never noticed that, I don't think. Good way to end the video right there. 2 lines, both parked. All right, guys, there is a high quality low glide video for you. Low glide is great for the approaches, the distance control, pinpoint accuracy, obviously not great for distance. So you still want to bag those glidey discs, but these definitely have a place in your bag. I would definitely have a slower speed and a higher speed like a Raptor or Firebird that can just check. Gosh. That can just check at the baskets. So fun video to make. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.